Okay, we're going to talk today about 19x7 construction wire rope. So firstly, what is 19x7? So it's a low rotation cable. You might also come across the terminology anti-spin, anti-twist, non-rotating. We always think here at TECNI that low rotation is probably the best terminology to describe a cable like this. It's not non-spin, it does have some turn characteristics, but it's generally low rotation. Now, what is 19x7 cable? You can see up here on the screen. It's a 19 strand cable. It has 12 outer strands, 6 inner and 1 central, which makes up the 19 strands in the cable. All the wires in the strand are the same size throughout the cable. Now the outer strands, they actually go right hand up the rope, so the helix of the rope goes up to the right. Doesn't matter which way up you turn it, you'll always go up to the right. And if you could open the rope up, you'd see these inner strands here go up to the left. Now what that does is they actually counteract each other inside the cable. So the left hand ones are working against the right hand to create the low rotation characteristic of the cable. What's good about this cable? Well, it's very flexible. You can see here, I'll just put my glasses on a second. It's very flexible cable. So it works really well around sheaves and pulleys. It's a great hoist rope, and it has very good tensile strength. So it's normally a very high tensile cable, normally 1960 tensile or 2160 tensile in the galvanized versions, and normally 1770 or 1960 tensile in the stainless versions of the cable. It has a very round profile. So it sits very nicely in sheaves, in U-shaped sheaves that support the cable. So they'd support it all the way around this profile here. So it actually acts very well in that application. So what are you going to use a cable like this for? You're going to use it wherever you've got a height of lift that starts to go above 30 foot or 10 meters. You're going to use it for single lifts that are unsupported, so where the cable just drops down, lifts a load, but the load's not supported by anything, or it's not running up a channel, or has no straps holding it in place. So it prevents twisting that. Multi-drop applications, certainly above 10 meters, you want a cable like this. Now, what do you need to know about it? In galvanized version, this cable comes with quite a sticky lubrication on, so you need to consider that when that's coming into your environment. The stainless one doesn't tend to be like that. This one happens to be stainless, so I can handle it. It's not giving me any problems with lubrication. So the cable also needs to have the ends electro-fused. You'll be able to see on this cable here that the ends have been factory fused. There's a reason for that, and what it does, it actually keeps the cable stable in its working condition. It's quite a sensitive cable to actually being cut, so when you cut it, if you just cut it like that, the actual outer strands would loosen, and that affects the actual low rotation characteristic of the cable. So what's it not particularly good for? It's more sensitive to working conditions than the 6x36 construction or the 619 type constructions or 719 cable. So when you install a cable like this, you want to make sure it's run out and all the turns come out of it. So when it's come off the drum, you've taken the turn out of it, and it's in its natural relaxed condition. So when you actually reeve it onto your winching system or your crane system, it doesn't have any trapped turn in it, because that'll actually cause problems in its operation. Okay, so just comparing this rope to a conventional 6-stranded or 7-stranded cable, the rule of thumb with these, and it is approximate this, so but it's easy to remember in the field, is that a cable like this would give you per length, so if this is approximately half a meter, this would give you 10 times better rotation characteristic than a 6-stranded rope. Now it's only approximate, so you know, it's a good little way to remember that. Okay, thanks for your time today listening to this presentation about 19x7 cable. TECNI Limited stock stainless cables of this version from 3mm diameter up to 12mm diameter, and galvanized versions from 4mm up to 16mm. Thank you very much.